All right, well, welcome back, everybody, to the next episode of the Quiet Riot Show. Today, it's gonna get hot in here, and not because of my farts.
Really? Are we doing that?
Oh, absolutely.
I
think
this is a different kind of episode.
This is gonna be a different kind of episode. I think we're gonna have lots of laughs today, and we're gonna get sweaty a little bit because of the gentlemen we have in here. We have two guys that I actually love their product. I love you guys. I've had you guys on my previous podcast before, and we had a blast. And I'm so excited to have you guys here.
That was our first podcast.
Oh, really?
If I'm not mistaken, that was our first podcast. Aside from maybe
Kip,
but it was our first podcast. It was the first podcast where we kind of weren't, just It was the most fun one. It was a good.
Okay.
I think I know what he means.
No, what I mean to say is it was the first time that we felt comfortable and had a really great time and thought all right, this is
No, it was definitely fun. So Josh and Dan from Intergalactic Sauces, I absolutely love your guys' hot sauces, and I keep bragging about it, not because I'm trying to get free sauces out of you guys. I mean, yes, but but they're truly great sauces, and I know I try to give you guys plugs anytime I can on other shows and to other people, so I'm excited about today.
And believe me, we appreciate it
a lot.
So much.
and I always tag you guys when it comes to Instagram, because why not, right? A little bit of promotion for this if I can help out in any way. And we like Tim, you and I, we always love trying hot sauces. We make our own hot sauce as well, and
I love super hot food.
Yeah. And so I think today's episode is going to be
yours.
Yeah,
I've had some of them.
Oh yeah,
whatever Tommy shares with me. When I
Otherwise, he keeps it hoarded to himself.
Yeah, no, he's a fucking hoarder.
Absolutely.
With this stuff.
Yeah. You want some sauce? You come to my house, and I'll share it with you.
I heard an Intergalactic Sauces ad on our show, and I was like, "Did we got anything for that?" And he's like, "Yeah, we got a bottle of sauce." And I'm like, "Where the fuck is mine?"
Yeah, it's right there.
So if you're wondering if he shares it, no.
But I think today's episode is going to be about. We want to focus on men's mental health, so we'll kind of dig into your guys' personal lives a little bit maybe, but I want to focus on just the shit men do, for fun. This is one of them. I love going out for wings with buddies and trying hot wings at home, different sauces. People make their own hot sauces at home. I have my own. We can try it later if you guys want.
Yep. You've given us.
Yeah, I made a new batch. It's not as good as last. I don't think it's as good, but yeah, it's all right.
I'm out. I used it all.
Nice. I can give you more because my wife's trying to.
I don't know if I want more, but
my wife's trying to make me get rid of all my sauces, man.
That space in the fridge.
So many.
You gotta buy yourself a mini fridge.
You need a second fridge.
I have a second full fridge.
My neighbors bought a beer fridge, a mini fridge, for hot sauce.
Yeah.
Because Scott had no room in the fridge for his bologna and whatnot, so he was like, "Fuck, Tanner, get yourself a mini fridge," and she's got 60 hot sauces.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, and my wife's like, "Well, why do you need so many different hot sauces?" It's because it depends what I'm eating. For pulled pork, I use a different hot sauce than for wings and beef
eggs.
Or whatever.
Well, you're not going to put certain hot sauces on eggs.
No, yeah.
You're gross.
Absolutely. So
gross, but not ideal.
I personally don't like fruit-based hot sauces on eggs.
Yeah, no.
I feel like
fruit
that's
and
just
eggs
a little bit.
is a weird combo.
One of my favorite hot sauces for breakfast was the truff. Not sure if you guys tried that
Dan
one.
Truff.
It's got black truffle in it, and it's
nice.
Fantastic combination. It's not as hot, but it's got a decent kick.
Who does that one?
I don't know. We can Google it later.
There's so many companies.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's actually very good sauce for breakfast. If you like black truffle, my wife hates black truffle,
I love black truffle.
Yeah. Oh. So, should we check in? Why don't we check in?
Yeah, check in. Let's do it.
Let's do that. Okay, so what we do on this show is we check in with each other. It came from really this guy.
Yeah, me and my wife use this system
all the time.
Yeah.
And I've taken that over now with my wife because it gives us a little understanding where we at mentally right now. Because sometimes I just don't want to tell her shit, like what's going on, or like what exactly is going on. And so we started doing like weekly check-ins as well as, and it's really good. It's actually gives you perspective. So,
so it's a 1 to 10.
1 to 10. 1 being you're feeling like shitty in the dirt. 10 being super happy.
Nice.
Tim, why don't you start off?
Today?
And keep it short. I don't want to hear all the bullshit. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know.
I
That's
do.
why it's a fucking number. If I say 8, will you shut up?
Yeah.
Probably like a 6. Let's
Okay.
go with a 6.
Any particular reason or
Just busy, tired.
Mhm.
I don't know. Just life has been complex, and when it's too complex, I get frustrated, and when it's frustrating,
Yep.
I don't sleep well, and all those things attached to that. I'm sure this is not strange information for
Yep.
everybody else as well. So I would say I'm a 6. I'm
Okay.
excited to have our guests here. I'm excited to eat some wings. I'm not excited. Everyone's doing dry January except for me. Not that I feel left out. Let's not get that ahead of us.
I was going to
but-
say you can join
no,
us.
this isn't a FOMO situation. It's like reverse FOMO.
Yeah.
They're delicious.
I'm around a 7 actually. Like I've been climbing up. Before Christmas, I was down at like a 2, 3, and with much needed rest over the holidays, it was really nice. So I'm going back up and kind of getting my head straight a little bit, and just trying to power through certain struggles. But like it's more positive than negatives these days. So
That's awesome. Good for you.
Good to hear.
That's wicked.
which one of you guys want to start?
I guess I'll go.
Go for
Definitely
it.
sitting at a 3
Okay.
recently. A lot of self-harm jokes as we do to cope.
Yep.
Just busy with work. Just one thing after another.
Yeah.
Just got told about some family issues this morning, so
Yeah.
Shit.
that kind of adds on to it, and just general stress just keeps building and building and building. Doesn't seem like it's going to be going away anytime soon. So it just feels like it's piling on. But it'll go better. It'll get better.
I hope so.
Gonna try and have a positive outlook on things. So
Yeah. Well, you have to, right?
yeah.
Otherwise, it's
Exactly.
gonna eat you up.
Yeah.
Josh?
Yeah, I'm going to say like a 6 also, but again, I'm going to completely agree with you that the Christmas season it's mega rough, right? And, it's we were kind of talking on the way over here, and it's the whole, trying to make sure my kids have a good time at Christmas. I'm a single parent, so it's not a competition between my side and their mom's side, but,
That's right.
but you do take on that stress, and then there's just again, busy and just life and just the ebbs and flows of shit. So I'm gonna put it at a 6, but it's definitely better than it was say a few weeks ago, but it goes up and down for sure.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah,
Awesome.
Well, and so you guys are the owners of Intergalactic Sauces.
Yep.
So you have jobs. You have a business outside of your jobs. You have children.
yeah, and I played drums in bands.
Yeah. So
For the sanity.
this idea of, and Tommy, you're going through a little bit of the same thing in the sense that like you're trying to. So I guess the first question for either of you, it doesn't matter who, is like, what do you want? What was your vision for Intergalactic Sauces when you started it?
I'm gonna give this one to you, and then I'll chime in.
Man, it started off as just a pet project.
Okay.
Like, I didn't see it becoming multiple sauces with the same label, all this cohesiveness. But now it's gathering steam, growing and growing and growing. I see a lot of my attention being taken away from my everyday life. So like from my work, stuff I'm dedicated to try and make this more dedicated for myself.
Yep.
And it's a hard balance. It's a very hard balance. And like, I can't imagine someone like Josh having kids and drumming on top of that. So
Yeah.
But I don't know about you or anyone else, but I need to be busy, and it's something that I'm actually trying to not overdo, right? Because it's very easy, like the whole time leading up to my divorce, then the whole 3 years of the divorce, aside from COVID where we were all stuck at home, I was just like, if I work 14 hours today, then I don't have to be at home dealing with the shit that I don't want to deal with. Right.
Yeah.
So if I just distract myself, if I gig 4 fucking weekends a month and, you know, just busy, then there's no time to sit and rest and think and stew in your shit. So I'm finding a balance now, but this is definitely the thing that I think for both of us is kind of pulling us out of the dreads of just like, you know, just going through every day. Like,
like is it therapeutic in a way? Do you
Absolutely.
find some kind of
absolutely
therapy for yourself?
Absolutely.
Like, so when you make it, or when you come up with recipes, or you brainstorm ideas, or like, what is there sort of one of you that does one or the other, and like, what does that mean to you? Like, it's got to be more than just like, yeah, we make a hot sauce and we sell it. Like, to do this in addition to your lives, or as an add-on to your lives that are already busy and stressful and all those things. What is it for you?
It's a creative outlet. Like Dan, you know, these are the insides of these bottles are from Dan's head, right? Or from us talking with someone that we're collaborating with, or, you know, us just shooting shit back and forth. But it's the process of it that's the best. And then we get that idea, and then we test batch it, and like, you know, Big Sky was us just having drinks in his apartment one night, and we were just like, fuck it, let's just throw something. Was that Big? No, that was Barn Burner.
Yeah, it was Barn
Burner that we did, which became Big Sky.
Yeah.
But the original was just like us having drinks, listening to fucking music or whatever, and hey, let's whip something together. And then it worked out. And then you get into the kitchen and start batching it. We put on tunes, and that's where it's like...
Yeah, the music really obviously ties it all together.
We tie music into every single aspect of this. We treat this like a band, right?
Yeah,
like,
and if it's such a big part, each sauce is a song. Is that a cheesy
Nope.
way to say it? Or
no,
is
I
that
mean, we think of it as...
Do you feel this?
They're
Everyone in this room has created music.
Yep.
And so, like, what is that to
so,
you?
like, even when we released Big Sky, we did it at a show at the Park Theater.
Okay.
I was there.
Yeah.
Like, it was amazing.
It
was amazing because it was that show. Every band that played encompassed everything I wanted about that sauce.
Yeah.
It was stoner rock. It was psychedelic. It was a fun time. It was just letting loose and just having a great time.
Yeah.
You know? And it like almost brought tears to my eyes.
Oh, for sure.
Because it was one of those like perfect moments.
Yeah. It was a fucking perfect album release for us, right?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's how we treated it, right? Like, get the merch table set up and get in the right vibe, and we'll put playlists out for some of these sauces,
That's
right?
awesome.
Like,
I love that.
You know, we'll curate a playlist that is what we like.
Like what you listen to, or your inspiration,
so like,
or
Interstellar Dragon, for example, right? Dan put together this playlist of just
crazy, out of this world power metal.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Wow,
Yeah,
nice.
and so it was, and like the sauce, the label itself was clear with like a wizard fighting a dragon.
Nice.
And having elements of the label being clear to show off the pink glittery sauce in the middle.
Yeah.
That was the magic.
It's amazing.
And then why am I
love that.
So it's one of those things that allows us to be creative, because currently my job isn't that creative.
Yeah.
I manage a restaurant. That restaurant is locked into what it does.
Fixed menu.
Yeah,
And this is
exactly.
Who we are,
Yeah, and I work at the same restaurant.
Not a
but
ton of room
it's
to
just-
play outside the lines.
Yeah, exactly. Outside of poutine and burger week.
Yeah,
and those kind of things. So this really allows me personally to just vent.
Yeah.
Well,
all
it's
of
like,
that.
you know, I keep bringing this thing up in different situations, but it's like pulling the arrow back, right? Like, you're at work all day and that arrow just coming back and back and back. The tension's building because you're just doing the same thing over and over again. And then we've got a sauce to batch or a new one to do or a collaboration or whatever, and it's just like, and off it goes, right? And then it's like,
Yeah.
You know,
it's a release.
Yeah.
It's like fucking writing a song in the jam space with the band, and you get that bridge and that chorus, and it all ties together.
Yeah.
You play it once through, and you're like, oh fucking A, like.
Yeah, and then you play it once for a crowd, and they love it, and you're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. That's when
Yeah.
you start selling the CDs.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And I keep getting sucked into them, buying them over and over. I love it.
Yeah.
Why don't we dig into some wings and
Okay, where should we start?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
why
Well, I
don't
guess
you
we'll start
guys-
from the bottom.
Yeah, you guys. We all love hot stuff too, so
Yeah, I'm fine with whatever.
we get that. There's another batch of wings coming down. So.
Is there? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Man, we haven't done this in a long time.
How long have you guys been doing this?
Oh, lordy. I've been doing it for 5 years. Josh joined
4
about
years.
4 years ago.
Okay.
And so, I mean, Dan and I met working in a kitchen, and it was my first day, and you had just only kind of, Jesus, you had just started there, right? I think
I've been there for
you were newish, a few months in, sort of thing.
less 6 months.
All right, so I walk in and first day, and they're like, "Yeah, you're gonna go train on the protein station with this guy." So I wander over, and he's listening to Caius cutting a brisket, and we just immediately like, no, I'm like, fuck, Caius is the shit, and we just start talking, and and then we start talking about food and bands and all these things, and he'd been doing taco pop-ups at house parties and shows and whatever, and so I joined in on a couple of those,
Didn't you do a taco bar at, was it Casey's wedding? Somebody's wedding.
I've done a couple weddings, and I've done a couple socials.
We did a big, huge social.
I think it was a wedding
at the Park
of somebody
Theater.
I knew. I wasn't at the wedding, but I heard about it.
Was it a backyard one?
Because I think Terrence told me that you were doing taco stuff.
It was so long ago.
Yeah, I don't know.
So either way, yeah, we were doing tacos.
We've actually known each other for a lot of years.
And then COVID hit, and we didn't have anywhere to, do these pop-ups. But he'd already been doing sauces to go along with the tacos. So, we talked and we were like, fuck, let's just shift and pivot and work fully with sauces. And it, honestly just went from there.
I love it. I'm looking at the lineup here, and I love it.
Look at that, yeah.
It's beautiful.
I'm not gonna do that.
The labels are great.
Oh yeah, like your guys'
I want you to know
designers.
that. The labels
fantastic.
are
So
really
that
give
is
them a shout out.
all
Yeah.
McKella and Harley. Yeah.
Yeah, they're great.
McKella's Global B on Instagram.
Yeah,
Harley
she's local.
is Necrographics.
He's in Saskatoon.
Regina,
right?
Okay.
Right.
Let's make sure we tag them in the pod
Absolutely,
script
yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they do amazing work.
They do,
amazing
yeah.
work.
Yeah, I mean,
and like we're blessed to have them as part of our team. Like,
yeah, because same thing. We'll give them. We'll we'll do like a 3-way phone call or whatever, and we'll blast off a bunch of crazy ideas for what we think it should be, and then we'll get a proof back, and it's like, all right, well that's
we've also collaborated with other
you took
artists.
that
as well,
yeah,
so.
and we've done some work with other artists, but to have people that can just take the shit from your head and make it and put it on here,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Well, and there's something to be said about allowing some artistic freedom too. Like, no different than the way you make the sauce or the way that you come up with the idea.
Yeah, it's like having the album
name,
art
like
done on your CD, right? Like,
like you pick an artist that you think is going to fit what their style fits to what you want, and then like you let them go. The more freedom you give them, usually the better the result.
This clear label, like insane.
That's cool as shit.
Yeah.
Like give it a shake.
Because turn it upside down and shake, like shake it, shake well to release hell on that guy, and then the Satan flakes come floating
That's
out.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Portal to hell.
It's so good.
Focus.
Yeah, really showing it off there. Right?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Our camera crew's asleep.
Fire the producer.
Okay, so let's dig into Close on Sundays.
Close on Sundays.
That one. Like I can drink that one.
You and
Many others, yeah.
millions of people, not millions. A lot.
Yeah.
We have people. That's why we started doing the 10-ounce bottles. Is that so many people?
There's no
have been
point
like,
in having the small one.
I went through
Thank
a
you.
bottle in 2 days.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I mean, we've had people ask us for like the 2.78 liter like salsa style jugs.
I mean, I can see that.
legit
Yeah.
of some of these things.
Sounds
and,
like a smart man.
It might be a thing. In
and
the
I was
future.
gonna say,
We'll
and
see.
that's probably something that we're gonna actually look into doing with a few of them.
A big
Where
pack.
you can just go buy yourself a
jug.
jug.
Yeah.
Right.
So now I know it's something like the Cosmic Coyote, which is one of my favorite ones. You guys only release that once a year,
yeah.
and is that because just what peppers go in there and the whole process, and it's just
So
you're not doing this full time, right? So
exactly that too.
Yeah.
We recently actually brought on an actual pepper producer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Carcella's Family Farms, Pascal.
They're just out by Richer.
Yep, who produces
Okay.
a lot of our peppers that we use. So right now it's trying to get that scale up a lot more. And just having a limited run of something like Cosmic is really fun.
Yeah.
It allows people to look forward to something that we're releasing that we don't have all the time.
Yeah.
Grab a wing here, dude.
Grab a wing.
Wang. You always take a drum.
Yeah, I'll take a drummy this time. Usually I'm a flappy.
Yeah, flappies, eh?
I just like.
I like a
wings.
flappy.
There
I
must
like-
have been,
wings.
there,
Like
there must
flats
honestly
better
have
than
only
drums.
been 3 flats in that entire 2 pounds that I had.
I had
today,
all of the flats.
because I had all the drums.
I have eaten so much wings this week.
I had only drums in that. There was like the first one I had was a flat.
I'm
and then-
jealous.
The next day, I think I had like maybe like 4 pounds. Jesus. And I was like, I'm disgusting, but I love it.
Closed on Sundays is something that you guys have year round.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That one's always going to be available as much as we can have time to produce it.
Yeah.
We delivered it to a lady at a church one time.
That's a good story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
downtown.
walked in. I was like, is this the right address?
Yeah, we were,
And I'm like, walk in. The receptionist is like, hi, can I help you? I'm like, yep. I'm here to drop off some hot sauces for name escapes me. It doesn't matter. But here you go. It's it's a pickle and a jalapeno burning a church.
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly
See
what
ya.
it is. Yeah.
bye.
Yes. Enjoy.
No, that's a.
She
That's
thought
a,
it was great.
That's a great sauce. That's just like a nice, well-rounded,
oh,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
easy.
full flavor, but like it's not hot.
Nope.
Even people who don't like really hot food would like it.
Exactly.
See, like
Yeah.
my wife, she doesn't like hot sauces, but she loved that one. She's like, I can see actually eating it with other stuff.
That one, I don't think I've had anything that it doesn't work with.
Yeah. No, it doesn't.
Like,
It's just
it's-
such a nice flavor.
It's a great, just balanced
Black
sauce.
metal.
So the reason for the name Closed on Sundays, obviously being Manitobans, heavily church-based province.
Yeah, we're a little bit of the Bible Belt.
Every-
of
little bit,
Canada.
yep.
Everything's either closed or on shortened hours
Yeah.
on Sundays, which is for people like us who work in the industry, and that's a typical day off.
Those are industry nights.
Kind of frustrating, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's my day to get stuff done, right? Go and run errands and whatever.
So it's a little bit of a play on
Yep.
that, the industry for us, and just the fact that the church has such a stranglehold on a lot of the decisions made in this province. So my little,
Yeah,
little
I like it. It's good. It's delicious.
It's fantastic.
delicious
Delicious.
Oh, and then the Emerald Tomb.
Emerald Tombs.
How
So-
many liters of sauce have you guys sold since you started?
Oh my Lanta.
I wonder, yeah, since we've started,
Take your best guess.
Well, it's not like you have the right answers. So
Well, they
well,
might,
but I
don't
mean,
know.
if you think about it, like a batch is usually 20 liters.
Average between that and 40.
Yeah, depending if we do a
Because
double.
we've
or
done
whatever.
ones we've done.
Okay, so you do
100
like
liter
5
batches.
gallon batches.
Let's say
We've done
minimum 500 liters.
lots.
yeah,
Yeah,
That's a
because
lot
we've had orders for 100 liters.
Okay.
I mean,
For
we you know
The
the
Humane Society.
Okay.
Humane Society ordered. We were in their holiday gift basket a couple years ago.
Oh,
oh
sweet.
nice.
So we did a collaboration with them called Woof There It Is, and got a bunch of pictures like of Bart, his dog, and the rabbits, and friends of mine, their dogs and cats, and had just like caricatures of all these animals on the label, and yeah, it was super fun.
That's awesome. That's a fun.
You know, and
That
then
one went off without a hitch. That
barn
was awesome.
barn burner for Stephen Richards at the radio station was 500 bottles. So
Yep.
you know, we've done some.
Okay, so you've done some big. So like what is the what's the best way to ask this? So you started it and you're just like, well, fuck it, we're going to make some sauce, and then it's obviously turned into a business.
Yes.
How do you manage that? Where does that fall, and how do you manage that in your daily life? Cuz it's got to be every day, is
Yeah.
it not?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I mean, it's.
and pardon me, but I don't understand your like ordering process or
So
your
we do have a-
manufacturing I
yeah.
don't. And you don't need to go into detail. I want to
No,
hear
it's all
about
good.
that, but
It's all good.
nobody wants to
like,
listen to
obviously,
all that.
like, so we have a Shopify online.
Okay.
Go to it, intergalacticsauces.com, and plug. And,
plug.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And so I get the orders on my phone. I pack them up, ship them out. I have a separate room in my house, especially
Just for that.
just
It's
for
your
that.
sauce room.
My office.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll,
okay.
we'll work
Storage
with
sauce room.
facility.
But it's a lot of just us back and forth in text all day long.
Yeah.
You know, just whatever it is that we need to figure out and work out when we're going to do it and block off nights to go and batch. You know, we've got a commercial kitchen we work out of. And,
Yeah.
and then going shopping and picking up what we need and lots of text threads with the team, and we took them out for Christmas. It felt really fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
We had a Christmas party with our team, and
That's
it was
awesome.
it was like
You can write that whole thing off.
and it was super cool because we got to just sit down and wings and drinks and just we had some stuff to tell them, and then after that it was like, let's just have fun now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Have some drinks, shoot the shit, have all of you get to know each other, because a lot of it's done through text-based.
So
Yeah.
nobody, like some
Everything's
people might
online,
not
right?
know other people
Yeah.
or have met other people.
Yeah.
Or, oh, that's interesting. That's fun.
But Winnipeg's small, so obviously
Yeah.
some of them are like, oh,
Yeah,
That's
it's
you.
that
Yeah.
classic where you sit down and then you figure out very quickly, like, oh yeah, okay, we've met, like,
Yeah.
so and so or whatever.
We were at this thing together.
Yeah. Well, you were at that show, okay, yeah. Well, that's who I meet shouldered. All right, cool.
Well, it was like Pascal. We found out he plays in emo bands as a drummer.
Yeah,
And it's like, oh, another
yeah. Of course, our
musician.
Pepper guy is a drummer. Dan
Yeah.
plays bass. Like, fucking musicians. Man.
Yeah, right? It's going to be a fucking band. No, you're a drummer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Two
Two
drummers.
drummers.
Yeah,
What are
you're
we-
going to have to do one of those weird
yeah.
two
We're gonna be like
Drum
Nobody,
offs, yeah.
nobody wants that.
We'll
Nobody
be
needs
the
that.
psychedelic emo Allman Brothers. It'll be,
Actually, it would be hilarious to see
I'll
you guys.
listen to the album once.
yeah.
It would be hilarious
You'll
to
be
see
the
you guys
only
take
one.
a shot of like the friendship, let's say, and then now go drum. Like
We did shots. Well, not shots, but we did tablespoon like soup spoons
Yeah.
of friendship when we were first batching it, and I had just gotten off work, and you had just gotten off work, and I for sure hadn't eaten, and I don't know, 10 minutes later it was that like, oh, I'm gonna go vomit now,
Yeah.
and I blew the blood vessels in my eye, and I come into work.
That's
next
the
day.
hot one, right? We
Yeah.
tried that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Last
But we've
week,
done
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
We
yeah.
did pisky like picklebacks, but
Yeah.
this,
Oh,
but,
that'd
Oh,
be
you could do
delicious.
that, yeah.
Picklebacks
but,
with this.
but this was
Oh.
this was in the shot glass instead of the pickle juice.
Oh, that's so
And
good.
it was
The texture was weird.
The
But
See, I
texture
like the
was-
pepper back thing. I use the banana pepper brine instead of pickle brine.
Oh, that's a good one
Yeah,
too.
I like that a lot better.
pepperbacks, eh?
That's
Try
what.
that.
I don't
Try
know.
that.
Yeah,
That actually sounds delicious.
it's delicious. Yeah, it is
Why
delicious.
don't we just try the next one? Because
When you guys are drinking again, you come back and then we'll,
Emerald too.
we'll do something.
Yeah. We'll see you in
I'm done
mid-March.
now. Let's go. Pepperbacks.
What are we doing next?
Emerald Tombs. This is a tomatillo jalapeno. This was actually developed for the place I work. Ooh, got gummed up.
that's okay.
Oh, she gummed up. Come on. Oh, she settled.
Oh, she said.
This is
There
the
we
audio
go.
on
There
that's
we
going to be amazing. There's not even a dabber on that. There we go. We got it. There, you can go first. Tomatillo jalapeno. Developed
So it's also
for-
very mild.
Yeah, super mild, very flavorful. I kind of just want to have something a little bit more salsa verde kind of influenced. So it was a quick little rip of that one. Ended up having it for Zom out of Moncton. Awesome 2-piece doom stoner band. Very Middle Eastern mantra. Like super awesome to get.
Oh, that's nice.
Just rip tune.
When did you first realize that you love hot sauces? Where did it come from? Because like a lot of my I used to never eat hot stuff, and then buying the Costco wings with Frank's Red Hot in the middle. I'm like, oh, this is not bad, and then eventually that's garbage now. And so I developed this love for the hot sauce, and people look at me sometimes like, why are you doing this to yourself? And I'm like, I don't know, I just kind of love it. Like it's like a tattoo. You get one tattoo, you want to get another one. You try hot sauce, you want to get a hotter one.
I never liked hot sauce.
And I was gonna say, like, I was never a big hot sauce on stuff guy growing up, but when I was a kid, my dad would always make like tiki masalas and kormas and stuff, and they were always they always had some bite to them. So I guess that was my sort of, and my tolerance when I first started doing this for heat was
Zero.
Low.
was very, very low.
Well,
It
so
is a
was mine.
buildable thing.
Yeah.
And it's built up like
Yeah.
I can definitely.
My daughter is 12 now, and she's been working on her spice tolerance since she was about 9, probably, and like she does pretty good now.
That's amazing. My oldest is 11, and just recently, like if there's salt and pepper on fries at a restaurant, it's spicy.
Oh no, she'll go hard with like.
And I'm like, it's not spicy, that's flavor, but okay.
Yeah.
Like I know she's
Yeah.
she's picky, and I'm working on it with her, but
She likes ramen, so she'll do like the Budok packed ramens, and she'll do like the hot chicken one, and like
I wouldn't even touch that.
I took her to the King's Head, which is a local pub for those listening. That
Did she
aren't
have
from here.
Vindaloo?
And she tried the Vindaloo. She tried it because I had it, and she was like, "I really want to try that." And she was like dipping her fries in it.
That's impressive.
And she loved it. And she was like, "Wow, pretty good."
Yeah, because that is a.
The Vindaloo is amazing.
It is, but it's.
Have you had the 3X?
No.
You got to go 3X.
Yeah, I gotta do 3X.
What was the one I
You're not
tried?
gonna
It's
go
fucking
3X.
painful.
Probably not. Which one was the one I tried?
If we film it, I will.
Maybe regular or 1X?
I think
You might have had the 1X.
I think it was the 1X, and yeah, that was fucking hot.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, that's the thing. Is like even with our sauces, is we have such a focus on flavor.
Yeah.
It's like yes, we have our hot ones for those who really want to have that, but again, the focus on those is flavor.
I have noticed that about whatever ones Tommy's let me try. Let me try, for the record.
Oh, fuck off.
You guys really have like it. You can tell you craft them for more, like far beyond heat. Heat is one component of the many that you use to factor into making a good.
Yeah.
And I like food. I like cooking. I enjoy all that. So to unpack a sauce and like really feel like taste all the flavors in it and the things you put into it is
to eat something that
important
is
to me.
so hot that it's just your mind goes numb and there's no flavor.
Well, it's
to
like
it.
the bomb
It's
and
like-
like
yeah.
flatline and shit. Like I'll eat the fine. I'll have like
Try
if
it
someone's
once.
like,
I've done it,
let's- okay, fine, I'll do it. But like
To actually
this is like
enjoy it?
more of an experience, whereas that's just the challenge. It's just
Yes.
like
Yeah.
all right, fine, I'll fucking eat it. It's gross, but
tastes like a tin can.
like it just
Yeah,
it's
well,
gross.
100%,
But
yeah.
Yeah.
How long until you started like source? Like you said, you have a pepper supplier that like now that's who you work with.
Yeah, so we obviously go through our other suppliers, Cisco, GFS, wholesale, that
Lucky
kind
or
of stuff.
whatever, yeah.
But like any peppers that we can get from him, based on what's available, we do go through him. He actually approached us.
Yeah.
So how long until you breed your own
Ooh.
proprietary?
So
pepper?
I think he's already started working on crossbreeding some stuff.
Yeah.
Is he doing some? I guess. Well, in weed,
he's not doing
in
the-
weed. We
the
call it
pot-
pheno hunting,
yeah.
but that's probably the same thing in
Yeah.
in pepper world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what his plans are. Like right now, we've given him like a good year's projection, and he's
that's cool. Good.
returned us with costs, et cetera, et cetera,
Yeah.
et cetera, so we can move forward on that. So
Okay. Yeah.
that's obviously the first step for him, is focusing on that instead of the
Yeah.
crossbreeding and creating a mutant.
I don't know. That shit sounds like fun to me. It
I mean,
does take a long time. Like,
Yeah.
because you got a growing season, and so it's
Yep.
like, okay, you got to grow that. Well, then, okay, we didn't like this. We didn't like. Then you got to do it again. Then
And
you
this
gotta
is
do
Manitoba,
it, right? You got a short. Well, unless he's growing indoors, but
so he goes through a greenhouse,
okay, yeah.
but still, like you're limited to what
You're still short season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for peppers, which require generally
extreme heat,
a lot
extreme
of heat.
sun. Like, yeah.
they do, eh? Yeah. I didn't know that.
There's some peppers that grow better here than others. Obviously, there's the extreme hot peppers. This is what I know from what Pascal's telling me. The extremes take a lot more resources than, say, jalapenos or,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
or
yeah.
cayennes.
I think you can
That
grow
kind of
those kind of anywhere here. Like you can grow them in a pot in your backyard, and
Yeah.
they'll just grow for the most part. But I think you get into like like ghost peppers and specialty stuff. If you actually want it to turn out good, it's work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Tanqua. Tanqua is Thai for cucumber. Sriracha is just a play on the fact that everyone loves sriracha. Sriracha is also a pepper, but they use a red jalapeno for most of srirachas.
Oh, okay. They don't actually use a sriracha pepper.
Yeah. So this is jalapeno, garlic, red Thai chilies, and serrano. Did I say serrano? I can't remember anymore.
A cucumber brings a nice like
And cucumber.
fresh flavor
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
Brightens it.
I fucking hate cucumbers. I do not like it's like if it's in a sandwich or salad or in my sushi, I'll eat it.
You can't hate.
But for me to
that polarized.
but for me to like pick up a cucumber and just eat it like I don't know, a Snickers bar.
Who does that?
There's lots of people who do that.
fucking do that. Man,
I
my
work
kids
with weird
eat
people.
my
only
daughter does that, dude. She'll take a whole cucumber, just sit there and eat it.
Yeah, my kids
While
go
watching
through
TV.
cucumbers at an alarm.
Yeah,
rate.
like, I mean,
start
I-
buying flats of them.
I just don't get it. So
Yeah, I don't do it. She's weird.
Yeah.
so I'm just like, yeah, like I would never do that, but like in this one, it's fantastic flavor. And again, like it just shows how much love you guys put
That's
into
delicious.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that was I think the second sauce we ever produced.
it. Okay.
So that one's always been a staple. I love that one. It's got like really bright flavors. That garlic really comes out.
Yeah.
Like amazing as a topper on so much. I've dipped sushi in it.
Fair enough.
Oh, yeah.
Everything. Anytime I order out things, I just, what does this work with? So it gets a little.
Do you guys create all your stuff together? Like, as you batch, like, how many batches, like, do you ever hit something first try? Does it fail? Do you edit? Do you try new stuff? Does someone have like you had said that Dan's brainchild is in the bottle.
For them, yeah.
I feel like there hasn't really been many misses.
No.
Like I'm
awesome.
not
That's a great track record.
really fucking pompous about it, but
like, do you get the idea and then do you just like make something and you're like, oh, that's fucking great.
yeah.
But we should just like maybe a tiny bit more.
Yeah,
of
no,
this.
obviously there's tweaks. So we do demo batches. We do like leader batches for ourselves. We have it taste it. Our acquaintances and people that we know are like, hey, taste this. What do you think? Blah, 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 blah. We take things, we kind of
we do the same with weed.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
It's very similar.
Yeah, so you just kind of just tweak and like make little changes here and there. And like, as I said, we're now trying to integrate Pascal into everything, right? So we're going from, especially with the super hots, less dried, brought in peppers to like things that are grown by him, which is
fresh,
changing things completely. Like close on Sundays in Tanquod never used to be that hot, but bringing in his peppers has totally ramped up everything.
Yeah, his
like
jalapenos,
his jalapenos are insane.
Are considerably hotter than a store-bought jalapeno.
Yeah, some of the new batches.
So is that
I
a
got,
concern actually?
No,
it's
or
cool.
you just go for it?
No, it's cool. Well, I mean, everything's volumes, right? Like every
Yeah.
time we release like the next volume, right? So then that's a talking point for us and customers, right?
Gotcha.
Because it's gonna be different than the last batch because that was a different volume.
Yeah.
So the recipe is the same and the procedure is the same, but the ingredients are tweaked because again we live in.
Well, it's living. It's plants. It's living.
Right?
Yeah.
It's fruits and vegetables. It's they change. Every onion tastes a little bit different if you really look at it.
Yeah.
Right?
Like
So.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
So like on the business side, like, so you're local small business entrepreneurs. Did you ever think you guys would be that?
No.
What have been some of the like exciting things about that, and what are some of like the struggles through that? And you can both go.
Ooh, the exciting things. Having a customer who I've never met before in my life come up to us at a market or a show
Or in public somewhere.
or in public.
Yeah.
That's happened.
Yeah.
And they're like, I love your sauces. Oh my God. Or coming up and like ordering 8 bottles off of us. Like, I can't believe how good this is. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
Like, it blows my mind, some of that stuff. And like the hardest part for me, I think, is just trying to manage it all together, especially with work.
Because you
primarily
have,
for me.
Yeah. Because you have like a full-time plus.
And just trying to stay focused on it. And I think we both suffer, like, I don't know what, like the imposter syndrome is a thing for sure that we both talk about, where it's like, you have those days where you're like, do we fucking know what we're doing? Is this going to be good? Are people going to buy this? Is it still going to, is this next batch going to hit because it's different than the last one? Like, so there's definitely that aspect of it too, where we have like days, or we just don't, like we had, a spell where we were both managing kitchens where we didn't have any time and didn't do fuck all for a while, and then it's like, have people forgotten about us? And
Almost
so
6
the
months,
struggles are making sure that like
staying relevant
and worrying that if too much time passes, have we become relevant? Or but then you have that person come up to you at a show or whatever, and they're just like, yeah man, sauce guy, love your shit, and it's like, oh okay, cool. Like,
so is it something that you guys have, I'm sure you've had this conversation or thought, I don't know, let's call it every fucking minute of every day of your life. If it's anything like my entrepreneurial experience, when the fuck can I quit my job, and how the fuck do I do that?
And that's something that we have been talking about in a lot more lately, where I'm not getting any younger.
Yeah,
my kids aren't getting any younger.
Yep.
Dan's not getting any younger.
Fuck you, I'm not.
So
you look younger than when I met you.
I'm getting better with age. It's great.
I met you 20 years ago.
I know. I look like shit.
But yes,
I still look like shit, but I look better.
You look less shitty.
Well kept with less hair now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we want to make this the thing that
Yeah.
that we do, and that's the daunting part for sure, is trying to figure out like what are the steps, how do we do, don't misstep, but it's also just trial by fire, right?
Yeah.
Like,
and one of the things for me, I feel it's like it is wanting to take on all of that responsibility for myself, but it's also the fear of it. Like, I want it so bad.
Yeah.
But it's terrifying.
But it's terrifying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then you get that idea of failure.
Yep.
Like, what
I
if?
understand that. I feel that.
And that's a totally okay feeling.
That thought enters my head every day.
Yeah.
I honestly, every time I make a big decision for my business, even smaller ones, that thought enters my head.
Yeah.
And what I do with it is where it matters, because that's going to enter your head. And what that's going to do is it's going to check you, and it's going to make sure that you're confident about the decision you're making.
Yeah.
Because you know what you're doing. You've gotten this far. So it's clear that you guys both know what you're doing. I want to ask you a question.
Sure.
You're a father. You're a man. And this is a men's health show, so Tommy will be mad if I don't bring up something to do with it.
For sure.
As a man and a father and a provider, like you are filling the role of a traditional male provider.
Mm-hmm.
What does that role mean to you, and what does that transition into, like, deciding how to handle this to take it to the next level? Because I'm sure, and maybe I'm assuming, but call me if I'm not, or if I am, but like, A, this is what you want to do. You want to take this to the next level. B, it's also going to take I feel like you guys are probably in that spot where it's like, if we don't quit our jobs, this will max out and we won't get any bigger than this, because it won't get the effort it deserves or needs to get to that. So, sorry, that was a really
no.
That was a lot of information, but
no.
I think you got what I'm
for
asking.
Sure. So, I mean, when my kids were born, I put a lot of pressure on myself to not quit my life. Like, I didn't want to just, and it's fine if people do, I'm not here, but for me, I was like, I'm not going to just stop what I'm doing. I'm not going to stop playing drums. I'm not going to stop playing shows. I'm not going to, I'm going to be a good dad to them, but I'm going to show them that if you stick to the stuff you're doing and you work at it, then, you're going to get rewarded for that stuff. And that's a lot easier said than done, right? Like, I got divorced, right? Like, and that was certainly a part. Like, there was a lot of things involved in that. But end of the day, and it's still now. My oldest is in gymnastics, and it's all she thinks about, and all she does, and she jumped up a level. She's with kids that are 4 years older than her, and I tell her every day, I'm like, if you work at this all the time, and it's the same with sauce and drumming for me. Like, if you work at this and you just keep doing it, you stay focused. Sky's the limit, man. Like, so, and then of course the balance is that I still have to provide. I still have to work a full-time day job to make sure that they've got lights and food and stuff, right? So it gets heavy and it wears you down. Mm-hmm. But I've done some cool stuff because I didn't stop what I was doing, right? Like, you go from driving across the country in a shitty van to the next thing you're getting flown out, or you're on a tour bus, or if you just keep working at it. So I'm showing them by my actions that if you put your nose to something, like to the grindstone, right, and work on this stuff and put everything you have into it, your blood, sweat, and your tears, then whatever it is you want to do can be done.
There's a payoff in it,
right? And that's just, and I've seen a lot of, I have other friends who had kids and just immediately like never played a guitar again.
Yeah.
Shaved their head, covered their tattoos, and went and got a desk job. And again, totally that, and
everyone's path is their own.
And those are still very good friends of mine who are crushing it and are amazing parents and super fun to hang with. And
I know some too that like we played shows together, we toured together, and like they sell insurance or they sell cars, and it's that's, hey man, if that is what it takes for you to be happy with your, because once you add a family, like, or a partner or anything, once you get older, actually it's not even, some of those things level up your need to, for me, level up my need to provide or my need to take things seriously or take less risk or take more calculated risk.
100%.
Kids and things, but like
Well, and now
getting older just changes your mentality on all of that decision making.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I don't take as many. Like I won't take gigs that I don't need to or don't.
Yeah.
Right. Like I'm not as. It's more calculated now with what I'm doing, and it's.
Well, you pick and choose. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
and
it's worth for you now taking that energy out.
And especially having this, right? So like
Yeah.
we've had like he's busted my ass 1,000 times where he's like fucking we got shit to do, and I'm like, you're right, so I'll turn down
Yeah,
gigs.
yeah.
At the same time, you've done it for me, and I have way less responsibility.
Yeah.
But that's a good
in comparison.
partnership.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's what it takes.
No,
like,
we keep each other in check
that's
by
good.
good.
we know we can give
Yeah.
each other shit on stuff
Yeah,
because
that's
the bigger purpose is that do
Well,
we,
you're in this together, right?
yeah.
So
Do we want to have this be
Yeah.
a job or
Yeah. So let's circle back to that because I asked him a specific. So Dan, you both want this to be a job. What are your sights on that? Do you guys plan a timeline on that, or do you have a
In the next
hopeful?
year.
Or yeah,
In the next year.
fuck, that's
Yeah,
fucking
which-
awesome.
we want to be
We
working
want it.
for ourselves.
I'm
within it.
so excited
year
for
from
you
now?
guys.
Like
That's awesome.
it's
And we want to have we talk about let's have a basically like a tap room for a brewery, right? Like
That's awesome.
come down and
Yeah.
then you can and then that's where we're producing stuff. That's where our office is. That's where our employees work. That, and then build a cool culture.
Can you
around
get
that.
little hot sauce growlers?
Yeah, and then
yeah, exactly.
Well,
Like,
and
that
then-
kind of
my
thing
God, that would be
wild,
fantastic. Yeah.
Go and fill it up.
and then you do that stuff where it's like if you want to come down, it's like when you go to Kilter or whatever, they have that beer that you can only get at the tap house. So we're gonna have those small batches that you can only get if you. So that's kind of how
That's your vision for.
we're going. If you're not thinking ridiculous, then shoot fucking high.
Yeah, of course.
And then because then it'll come down to still a cool spot. But I don't know. That, again, I was like, I want to tour on a tour bus. That was the thing that I set in my head years ago. I was like, I'm not going to stop until I fucking get on a bus, go. And then it took a while, but 6 years later,
Did you get to do it?
I've been doing it since 2017,
Okay.
right? And getting flown out and stuff because I made it. That was my ridiculous goal that I was going to set for myself.
Can you talk about?
I mean, that's with Doc Walker.
Okay, yeah. Oh, okay.
So I'm like,
yeah,
I'm like the sub guy, right? But
yeah, that's great.
they're great friends of mine,
Fucking awesome.
and again, that's me. It cycles back to if you show your kids or yourself, if you work on something and you're just stubborn,
You can do it.
you can do it if you do it.
Yeah.
You're in control.
Yeah.
What are we eating here, Dan?
All right, this is Big Sky.
Okay.
And I said
Is this
it.
number? Was this
I'm sweating already. I just looked at the plate and I'm starting to sweat.
Big Sky has a former name?
So Big Sky was called Barn Burner.
Barn
Okay.
burner.
Yeah, done
So
for
Stephen Richard, who was at the time was at Country Now 107, one of the country stations in
Okay.
town, and I play a lot of country music. So when he approached us, I thought it was really cool because it was a step off from our usual demographic of the metalheads and that sort of thing. And so we did this sauce for him that he just handed out as a promo, and we had people bugging us how do we get it? And we're like, call the radio station, you got to win it that way. So once that contract was up and that cycle was done, we just redid it and rebranded it.
Oh man, that's goddamn delicious.
Yep. So that's our own play on a Nashville hot chicken.
Yep.
Carrots, onions, garlic, habaneros, paprika.
That's a goddamn delicious sauce.
I think that is our happy medium right there.
Yeah.
That is the one that we like.
You can still douse your meal with it, but
Yeah.
it's
Well,
got
Nashville
more heat.
hot chicken's one
Yeah.
of my favorite things ever.
Yeah, and I think it encapsulates,
Yep.
encompasses, etc.
Either
or. That flavor perfectly,
I said it officially. That is my favorite sauce.
which is crazy because you love Cosmic.
And
That is
I
a
love,
fucking great sauce, though.
I love the coyote.
Is that a regular available?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
And this one
Shit,
for
these
us,
guys are gonna take all my fucking money after this.
this one for us was
They already took mine.
it's the road trip, right?
Yeah.
It's for me it was, Dan's toured and stuff too, but it's that getting in the van, and you get past Headingley,
My
or you
van's
get
name was for the fart jar.
yeah.
That was our tour van.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I don't miss it, but I also miss it so much.
But you make
Right.
that playlist, right? You hit the prairie road, and they got your, your cigarette to your jazz cigarette or whatever you
Yep,
want it,
yep.
and you just cruise in the big sky, and that was, and we made a playlist for this, and that was that one,
That's a great sauce, you guys.
Get
That's
out
a
and go.
Really good,
Yeah.
What are the? Okay, so you said carrots.
Carrots, onions, habaneros. Those are grown by Pascal,
Okay.
just straight up. What else is in there? Cayenne, assorted spices.
Yeah.
A shortage spices.
Is that how I said it?
No, that's how. I don't think so.
decided to
That's
say
how
it.
I decided to say it.
Yeah, that's a very good one.
You guys want to? I'll let you eat your wing.
Oh, yeah.
We should take a 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take
Absolutely.
a little break.
Take a little
and
break.
then,
Yeah.
we'll be right back.
Cool.
Hey, Tommy, among all the episodes we've recorded, there's one common theme, and that's getting therapy. We've talked about it lots.
Many times.
You
Yep,
had a
yep.
really tough time making that first phone call. I had a tough time making that first phone call. I didn't even know if the person I was going to see was the right person, but you got to just try. Thank goodness we have a sponsor that makes it way easier now. BetterHelp has an online platform that allows you to fill out a questionnaire. They connect you with a therapist, and you get to communicate with them however you want. So whether that's text messaging, that's emails, that's through their app, that's video chats, you get all those options, and it makes it way less scary to be connected with someone. And if you're not into the person you talk to, they'll sign you another one right away. I've gotten assigned mine already, and I can't wait to use it. Like, by the time you hear this, I will have had my first session, and I'm super pumped to talk about it on the show.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it, and like it's very easy to sign up. It took us maybe 5 minutes to sign up, and you answer just simple questions, and next thing you know, you got a message that you will be paired up with a therapist, and within the same day, we got the therapist already, the name and a message from them, and we were able to communicate with them. So it's extremely easy. So please go to BetterHelp.com. Yeah, that's the thing. BetterHelp.com/Quiet Riot Show, and you get to also enjoy 10% off for your first month if you sign up using this link. So again, right here, I'm going to be doing it from here. Yeah, it's BetterHelp.com
Am I screwing it up?
/Quiet Riot Show. Yeah, sign up today, and you're not going to regret it, because I'm already enjoying it. Just the fact that we connected with a therapist.
Me too, man.
Thank you to BetterHelp for supporting this podcast.
What are we doing next? I'm digging right into it.
All right.
So this, you guys going to promote the shit out of this.
So we've done collabs with small companies. One also being Steph and Richard. But through him, actually, we got contacted by Tyler, one of actually, he is Western Canada's strongest man.
Tyler Sergerson.
Yep.
Of course, he's Icelandic.
Yeah. Well,
What's his last name?
Sergerson.
Yeah.
It sounds
I
Icelandic.
see what
It's got to be something.
He's
Some
like
kind of
Nordic.
9 feet tall.
Yeah, some kind of...
Okay, yeah.
Built like a
yeah,
brick
Canadian.
shithouse. Yeah.
for sure. Yeah,
I look at
he's
him,
from-
I'm like, I turtle when I look at him. I'm like, we talked about doing a collab, got him sauces, all that stuff. We did 3 different batches. He chose this flavor. So this flavor is pineapple, ginger, garlic, onion, ghost pepper, and a little bit of cumin.
Cumin.
Yeah,
That sounds
it's
awesome.
delicious.
And we released it at a what do you call that? Cage
Deathmatch.
Deathmatch. So
Okay.
they did a deathmatch that Steph and Richard was in, wearing that shirt at the Pyramid, and we had our table set up beside his table, and yeah, it was like the light bulbs over the backs, and it was
the
just
whole
the whole
glass
thing.
everywhere.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and it was so
Barbed
much
wire.
fun. And Stefan came over during his part and grabbed a bottle and threw it in the other guy's eye. Like it was just,
Yeah.
and so he approached us again and said, can we do another round, but more bottles this time? And
Well, this one's got a little...
This one's got a little bit more of a kick than even Big Sky does. So
Is that why the little...
yeah, so the hotter we get, the more we want to use dabbers.
Yeah.
yeah,
Just because we don't want people to
Yeah.
hurt themselves.
I don't know. Whatever.
or
You make your choices.
Yeah, exactly. You can ruin your own food
you've made your bed.
or make it better.
So talk to me about being a part of the small independent business community in... We're from Winnipeg in Manitoba, but like, talk to me about the community that you're in.
It's very tight knit.
Yes. So we do markets, but we don't do a lot of them. But the ones that we do
He said doo-doo.
the markets that we do are often curated by either friends of ours or are make sense for us to be at, right? Like we're not going to necessarily show up at a farmer's market in a field, or just and then we've got
You're not parked,
our
set up
lights and our
shop at the
lasers and
St.
stuff.
Norbert's
Right, like
farmers market every weekend.
So we run into all these people, and a lot of them are people we know because again everyone's doing something on the side, right? And everyone's been super supportive, and as we are with everyone else, and it's just a very cool community to be a part of. It's like no different than the food scene or the music scene in the city, right? So
it's also interesting to see the sauce community starting to grow. There's a lot more smaller businesses coming up.
There is.
Sauce Apocalypse is one of them. That's one name I hear a lot of. 1882, obviously been around for a long time.
Max Frank's.
Yep, Max Frank's. Yeah, it's just awesome
Well,
to see it.
it's kind of like, I guess, with the craft beers. First you had like few breweries. Next thing you know, there's so many different
There's
craft
like
beers.
15 of them now.
And I think it's starting off with where the hot sauces are taking off right now too.
Yeah. Well, I even know. I think next weekend in Texas, there's a hot sauce and microbrew festival.
Oh shit!
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is very like connected in that way as well.
Yeah.
Well, that one's got some punch. I like that one.
Yeah, it's really like I can totally feel my lips.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's got a
just-
good mouth burn after.
Good
And
slow
it's
burn
tip
on
of
that.
my
Yeah,
tongue,
it's
yeah.
good.
That's the
It's
ghost.
delayed a little bit.
Yeah.
And if I'm
Go
not
sneak up
mistaken,
on
this
ya.
one will be one of the ones that's just strictly available through.
Yep, that's
Tyler?
only available through
So-
Iron Age. To get that, you have to go to their Instagram.
Okay.
Right.
It's a
And-
private label
Yep.
situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
so we hand it off to him. It's his baby then, and that's
Yeah.
and it's cool because it's cross promotion for both us and him, right?
For
so
sure.
Yeah.
we're sending people that may not normally have been aware of such a thing, and vice versa, right? So
Yeah, the collaborative thing when you're at a growth stage of a small business is so key.
Huge.
Like
Mhm.
it's just
Huge.
such a big deal for both sides to access different markets and different groups of people. I've seen the benefits of that repeatedly in what I do, and it just makes such a huge difference because you all of a sudden are exposed to this whole other thing,
yeah.
and the other party is exposed to this whole other thing.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it just proves to be such a good thing.
Like when we were approached by Winnipeg Humane Society, that's a group of people that would never have heard of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And they were buying gift baskets that were blind.
How did that happen, by the way?
they sent us
They
an email.
sent him an
They
email.
just reached
Yeah.
out like somebody tried
They were-
something that someone knew, and
Must
it
have
just
been. They were putting together like a local basket of but it was like you bought the ticket and you didn't know what was in the basket, and it was all local stuff, and they wanted us to be involved with it. And I mean, we both have pets, and it was an absolute no-brainer.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
a good.
What are your pets? What do you guys got?
I have
Let's
a
talk
Pomeranian named Bart.
Pets. Ooh, Pom.
He's a devil.
I love Pomeranians.
He lives up to his name 100%.
I have a Papillon, which is essentially a
Yappy
Pomeranian with a
Oh
giant
my
ears.
god!
Do you guys want to like take this outside?
Yappy Pappy is probably the right term.
Oh my god!
You want to see this handsome son of a
Okay,
bitch?
I got you.
Yeah, let's do it. We're showing
Yeah.
pet pictures.
Tell you about my cats after this happened.
I have a cat
Care about
too.
your cat.
I got two cats. I got the Mac and Cheese.
Oh, those are great names.
Because no surprise to anyone that's ever met me before.
my pets
Love
are my
mac and
kids.
Hey,
My pets are my kids.
yeah. I got the cats for my
That's
kids.
got to
right?
go up on screen.
You want to show that on the screen?
No.
Oh, fuck off. You like Loki.
Go off.
Oh, I gotta find the good one then.
His name's Loki. Not after the Marvel character, after the Nordic.
Oh, I'd hope so.
Yeah. My wife's a witch, so. Oh. Amazing.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's Dan in dog form. He's absolutely insane.
I let him ride the bike. I put him in the basket.
He's got his
a
own
helmet.
battle
Yeah.
vest.
Oh, that's
He's got a
the
battle
best.
vest.
I love that.
Battle vest.
Battle vest.
full of
Is it
dog
all
puns.
studded and shit?
My dog does not
No, I
have
don't
a
have- I don't
battle
have the
vest.
studs
He's
on
got fancy sweaters and things.
He's
but
got his Christmas
he's
sweaters.
Yeah,
He's-
okay. Good.
He can
good.
look dapper.
He wore a Christmas sweater. Did he not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's a
It's
handsome,
green. It's got a little hood. He looks
That
like
is
a
a
little
handsome man.
hipster girl.
very handsome man.
Yeah.
Cats? What do you got?
Hey,
What do you talk to us about your cat?
two cats. I when I was finally able to move out of my dad's basement.
Milestone.
Yeah, the divorce that was supposed to have taken a month ended up taking 3 years. So,
Oh fuck. Okay.
COVID was during that time. It was just
Okay.
and again the kids are with me, right? So it was one of those. Well, as much as my mental health and sanity needs to not be in my dad's basement at 35 years old, I I can't afford rent and legal bills and the
Yeah.
kids. So I was like, I guess we're moving back into grandpa's. But I always wanted to get them pets. So as soon as I moved out, like I moved out mid-August, and by like the first week of September, I was like, picked
Like
them up.
mid-August, just recently.
No, like this August was a year. So
Okay, so 2022.
yeah.
Okay.
And I picked them up from school, and I said, "Hey kids, we're gonna go look at some cats." And they were just like,
How old are your kids? Sorry.
9 and 11.
Okay.
Yeah, or just yeah.
What? What are you laughing for?
But they're not. They're not twins.
great.
They're not twins, Dan. Fuck
What
me.
the fuck was that? There's a joke in there somewhere.
9/11. He said 9/11.
Oh,
That's
'cause
all it is. That's why I said they're not twins. He's just sick. Anyways,
Got it.
Catch up. Come on.
Sorry, fuck. It's not usually the mood of this show, so I get into different. Okay, got it.
yeah. So we go down to the pet
I
place.
can't
and-
even listen to anything you're fucking saying.
That's it. Yeah.
I need
Next.
a sec. Okay. All right.
Don't
So you
touch
go
your
down.
eyes.
We go down.
I won't. I know.
We go down, and I had seen the ad and called ahead and kind of like put a, let me get first dibs on these cute little guys. And they took us back. They opened the cage. One cat walked towards my youngest. The other one kind of made the oldest chase him down the hallway. And it was like, all right, I guess we're getting cats. And it's for them, it's amazing, right? They like, that's their thing that they can nurture now and take care of and make sure they're fed. And it's their like, they always, I picked them up from school and they haven't been with me for 2 days. And the first words out of their mouths are, any kitty updates? What have they been up to, right? And I gotta tell them like, it's the same shit, but just telling them like, this is what Mac has done, this is what Cheese has been doing, and that they get so excited. And so yeah, I grew up with pets, and and I was also from a divorced family, so
Okay.
it's a cool
So
thing.
you have a bit of a perspective on.
yeah,
what
and
they
it's
might-
just it teaches them so much
yeah.
just by having that extra little responsibility. That thing's
For sure.
alive, make sure it stays that way, sort
Yeah.
of thing. So yeah, it's been really cool.
Cool. That's awesome.
Pets are fucking dope,
They are fun,
and I would love to have a dog, but I just time and that's a later on.
Tommy's kids would like to have a dog.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, they really want a dog, but just I'm like, nope.
He just keeps refusing.
You know what?
I tried really. When was that?
Yeah.
Just around Christmas.
Yeah.
I was here and I was really working it hard at trying to get the kids.
The thing is,
to-
both my kids are allergic to dogs and cats, and they're not just allergic to the hair, but to their saliva as well.
Oh shit!
So if they
Yeah.
get licked, like they have to go wash their hands. And I'm like, I'm not gonna be pumping my kids every day with
No,
allergy
that's fair.
pills, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
the dog.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah, bites a liquor.
I still
Oh,
think I still
Low-key
think that
is
if we had like any animals like cats or dogs from day one, I think they would have maybe just gotten used to that or like
probably.
grown out of
Yeah.
it, right? Because
Right.
like I've had allergies that I've grown out of some, and there's people that develop allergies later on. But we're just at the point right now where I'm just like, I don't want to do that. Plus the cleaning after like dogs, like the hair shedding and all that. I'm just like,
Not
oh.
ideal if you look
Yeah.
at my sweater. It's,
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Shockingly not. Probably
And
not.
so, like, my wife was never like they never had a pet. I never had a pet as a kid either. My grandparents had pets, but they were outdoor dogs and cats. So like,
barn.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So and then I don't know. I think I might have made the joke somewhere where like,
Slovakia, they were probably food.
well,
for you guys.
and then my uncle. Yeah. Well, what they get old, you're not wasting it.
That's why you like Cosmic Coyote so much. You're like, yeah, that reminds me of my childhood.
No, but it's like they all the dogs were named the same because it was easy to remember. No, well, yeah, basically, yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, your name's Dog, and it died. Like, okay, you're a dog now.
Your dog.
Kids will never know.
No.
It was just an outdoor dog, right?
Is that
Like,
Meet the Parents where they spray paint the cat's tail because he loses the one or whatever? Meet the Fockers, whatever
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, one of those.
So I guess
yeah.
the same thing and just
Yeah.
spray paints the tail. No one knows.
I mean, I got Bart during COVID, and
Yeah, we drove
I
out to
have
Riverville.
never been happier. Like that boy changed my
We got
life.
Loki during COVID.
Changed my
right
life
at the beginning.
Like my mental health.
Yeah.
I have a bad day.
They're
He
just
knows.
so good.
He knows.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, you're a piece of shit. And I love you.
Yeah.
And you love me. And I just
Well, and they're shit asses. Like you have a Pom, I have a Pap. Like they're the same.
yeah.
and they're fucking shit asses, but man, are they great.
Yeah, man.
Like, they're just so good.
Cheese chews through every cord. Like, the amount of charging cords and cables that I've had to replace and modem cable, but it's like I come home and I've had a shit day and they're both waiting at the door.
They know.
And it's like you sit down and they're just like, they come right to you and it's like, okay.
Yeah, all
it's
right.
nice to have some other heartbeats in this place
good.
right now.
All right, let's dig
all
into
right.
this.
Are we all doing 2? Did that just sort of happen?
I just did 2 because there's such a big
Yeah, a
plate
lot
of
of
wings.
wings.
I
in
just
front
took
of
I guess I
one,
could have. Oh, I did grab 2.
We good.
me. Is this your favorite? Is this
So, Cosmic Coyote.
Was my
This
favorite.
is flagship from the beginning. Been around for 5 years. We're on volume 9 now. Again, fresh peppers from Pascal. That's a new development for that one.
Uh-huh.
We
Smoked peppers,
everything in it.
smoked garlic.
That's the first thing that you
Yeah.
taste.
It's the most popular sauce, and
Now-
it's never going anywhere. It'll stay forever.
I have a question. I find this batch a little less smoky than the previous one, or it's maybe just how I remember it. You know, I can't compare it.
So you are
But can you
Kinda
guys
correct.
like actually control how smoky things get?
Yeah, so we do smoke everything ourselves. And so it is dependent on time,
Yeah.
how much we're actually smoking in the smoker at once. We're also trying to find that happy balance because there are people who don't like that overbearing smoke
Yeah.
because they think it tastes like an ashtray.
Tell them to fuck off then.
So sometimes it's not easy.
Yeah, heard
No,
it
no,
here.
no.
But I agree. I love smoke.
Yeah.
I love smoke more than anything.
But and it's so interesting because with this one, if I put it on the wing, I can like cover my whole wing, and
We just did that.
it's totally like it's not as, I find it not as hot. But now if I put it on a sandwich, let's say, so I'm just like, oh shit, this is really kicking in.
If you do
It's weird.
You mix this with mayonnaise and put it on a chicken sandwich,
Oh, yeah.
and it's delicious, but it is easy to have it be.
It's got some kick to it though.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's habanero and ghost pepper, as well as red Thai chilies.
That's a little hot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, we're only getting started. We got another 2 more to go.
Hooey. Hooey.
So I've seen you guys do this on the live Instagram where you guys would try either hot pepper or you guys ate like a pound of hot wings.
We did that last week.
Yeah, you guys did that last week. Yeah,
Yeah, we did Carolina Reaper pods a couple years ago.
and like I
Picked
think
from the garden.
Oh,
you know
That's hot.
there's this is where like it would turn into a meme where it would say that this is why women live longer because we do stupid shit like that, right?
Well,
and like so what do you like? Me personally, this is something I would do with my friends just to okay. This is something I do with my friends to kind of have fun and just
Absolutely.
just do something, right? And I see you guys have a really good chemistry from day one when I met you guys and just seeing their lives and everything. So obviously that's something you guys do for yourselves, but also for the
Absolutely. We
Instagram
do it for the
fans.
gram.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same. Like the first restaurant we worked at together, that was our after work thing,
Yeah.
right? Like just go sit at the wood and we would just go sit at the wood and have drinks and just talk about, whatever. And and from that, that's where like the doing that putting our faces into making this, it's not just a sauce, but it's
Yeah.
like, you can have fun with this. You can you can bring people together.
Wouldn't mind.
We've been sitting at the bar many times, and we'll just like someone beside us will kind of just join in with our conversation and end up, trying out what we're doing, and then so from all of that, we're gonna be launching a podcast as well coming up, 86 at the Wood, which is gonna just be us talking with different industry folks, musicians, bartenders, kitchen staff, other hot sauce people, just and just having a conversation like you would after work, whatever it is at your job. Everyone wants to go to the bar after work and unwind and talk about the day or what's going on in your life, that sort of thing. So
try and capture that into a
and it's just
That's cool. That's a great idea.
bringing that conversation in and that camaraderie, and then we've both been in the food industry so long, and I've been in the music industry so long, and there's such a tight scene in the city that having the crossover is very easy to do. So Whew, that's getting there. It's hot.
Yep, that one climbs. I always forget.
It does. It grows a little bit.
And we just want to have fun with it, right? Like it's
And like eating wings with people. It's just you run the gauntlet
Yeah.
Okay, what are your test items when you sample a new sauce?
naked. Like I just spoon.
Just
Yeah.
straight sauce?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, when we're at the, like we're going to go.
You don't test how it like interacts with other items, or you just kind of know, I guess. At this point, you probably just know.
Based on like so Josh and I have how many years? 40 years collectively in kitchens.
Yeah, so
Probably.
you know.
Yeah.
Culinary knowledge.
yeah.
And so we have a good idea of what works well with these flavors.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, like you don't want to.
That coyote sauce is that tits.
You
though.
actually want to taste like what you're tasting, not mixed with like something else. Like right now, I added some seasoning on the wings, but not as much as I usually do.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they were like even just naked wings, like unseasoned, then you would really taste just the sauce. Not
Get that little bit
else.
more of a punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what else? So what else do you guys? What else do you do for fun that maybe women would think that? Yeah, this is why we live
Fun?
longer.
I lift things and put them back down.
That's not fun. That is not fun at all.
He willingly goes to the gym. And
I tried.
Is Jim handsome?
And then he gets there. Yeah, fuck. And then he gets there and
He
he
had a cold.
stays. He stays at the gym after he gets there. I mean, he doesn't even just leave. He does stuff. It's wild. What a thing.
Yeah, I don't go for a nap. I just exist.
Nice.
That's about all I got. I work, do
Yeah,
this,
just
and
work. That's
Just
all.
work,
Like,
yeah.
And
It's-
What do you do outside of work? Work.
No,
Try and
I,
build your other business.
I do a podcast
Work.
with a.
Yeah.
I guess this
Yeah.
is work.
so
like-
so
But
we're
even
all
st-
just workaholics.
Even
Yeah.
still, like,
No, that's true.
I'm playing shows on my on the, and it's not even again to go back. Like it's if I don't have my kids, I can take a show. If I do have the kids, then I've got to call someone to come and babysit. Like I got to work that stuff around because I need that release
taking
and that.
What?
I'm taking another one.
Oh, you're doing it. You're doing another one.
I was gonna move.
I gotta
on
get
to
my
the,
bass. I gotta get
Yeah.
my bass going.
Okay.
Yeah, quite honestly, these two are gonna.
I did 2 of those. Was that like? Am I
This is
ready?
my
Or
I mean,
should
I'm doing a
do-
third one. I don't know.
Yeah, I just took a third
Already
one and
cleaned my
wiped it
plate
up.
off. I'll just go to the next.
Yeah,
one,
you
whatever.
wasted a bunch of good hot sauce.
Oh,
Well,
you
I'm-
can lick it off.
I want to get the.
See, this is why I don't share with him.
Fuck you! I want to get the pure
Yeah.
whatever we're doing.
No, but I want to go to the gym, but I
It's
still
hard to
need
get going.
Yeah,
It's hard to get
but
going.
I play sponge hockey and regular hockey, so
I go for a lot of
that's kinda-
walks. I like walking.
That's good.
Oh,
My
yeah.
dog doesn't like walking in winter, so that
Yeah, I mean, I gotta buy
in
him
summer
boots.
he gets a lot of walks.
That's because you
but,
guys
like-
have pocket dogs. That's why.
Listen,
Yeah, they're adorable.
I mean,
I
you
have
see
an
how
apartment.
Fucking cute.
I'm
our dogs are.
I'm not arguing.
Didn't
I
you
have
see
a
the
house
picture?
Still, I'm not getting a different dog. Are you crazy?
I don't like picking up big poop.
Yeah, that's you know what? That's a huge decision maker
Yeah.
for me with dogs.
For sure.
I don't want to clean up human-sized shit.
Yeah, or bigger.
My dog's poops are like
Yep.
2 inches, and there might be 2 pieces.
Like
my,
I remember
my friends have a
being
bull
younger.
mastiff, and yeah, I've seen it. It's a
Mine's
bag full.
My mom has 2 Saint Bernards.
Oh my
Jesus.
God, yeah.
My buddy's
And
got
like,
one.
I go out to her acreage and I'm like,
No, it's a mountain.
what?
Yeah, I'm not cleaning up poop that much.
The
Yeah,
St.
but-
Bernard's poop is the size of your dog.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
In
And
a
there's
day,
2
they
of them.
probably dump 6 pounds of
Probably.
shit. My
It's
dog
bigger
is
than my dog,
6.5 pounds.
Yeah, but also small dogs have small bladders, so they got to go pee more often.
Yeah, but he's mat trained.
Yeah, well, that's,
Yeah, it's the same here.
We match. Yeah.
See,
Oh, it's the
can-
fucking best.
He's also getting better at like me being gone for long hours.
Oh yeah, we're fine.
So
Don't you
Yeah.
put The
Our
Simpsons
place.
on for him though?
I put it on South Park now.
Oh, South Park. Yeah.
Oh,
He's got.
which season is he on?
So I use
Can I
I
text
use
him?
What season is he on?
I use a program called Pluto, and it
Okay.
just has South Park running.
Oh, Pluto. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
a
it's a
great,
South Park
website.
channel. So I just let that go.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, let's do the oil.
Are we doing the oil?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's
So you
gotta-
say that this batch is hotter?
yeah,
Yeah.
You got to give it a good shake.
Yeah.
Like you got, if you don't get a flake in there,
Oh,
You're-
yeah.
you're missing out.
We sent this to a buddy of ours who's originally from Winnipeg, but he's a comedian. He lives in LA now, writing on movies and shows and stuff, and we sent him this a few years ago, and he called them Satan flakes.
Yeah.
And
That sounds fun.
By the way, did you notice how I removed the
dabber?
the dabber? Yeah,
Yeah.
because
You're a
like,
champion.
well, I could look because I was just like,
Oh.
oh, that's
Oh, man down.
what happened?
Neither of
Here,
us
just
can
take
reach
another one.
that.
It's
I was
fine.
like, neither of us can reach that.
Was that a wing?
Yeah, I can get it.
because yeah, I'm just sitting there
You're just
like
gonna hoof
trying
it?
to like douse my
Yes.
my wing with the.
To choose your own adventure at that point with those
Absolutely.
ones, because again, some like,
What are the most exciting and terrifying things about trying to attain entrepreneurial
Yeah, go that way first.
independence?
Here we go.
I think
Did you?
Did you say exciting and attainable?
No, terrifying.
Oh, terrifying! Right.
Everything's attainable.
Right.
That's
Okay.
not
No,
even
for
on
sure.
the
That's
list
why I
'cause
was
you
just
can get everything you want.
Yeah.
I think it's
I need to shake this again.
the collabs that come up and trying to maintain that creative integrity. I feel like that's one of the more challenging aspects
Yep.
for myself.
Yep. Yeah.
Because everyone's wants.
What's the balance between
their-
doing the private label collab thing? Because that option will be very readily available because
Yeah.
lots of people want to do it. But at what point is like you want to build your own brand?
Yeah,
And like not
exactly.
someone else's brand. Not that it's a bad thing.
No.
You just how much of this am I supposed to?
Oh
put
my
on
God.
Oh, you're gonna have
You
a
are
fun
gonna
time.
Is that good?
Yeah, you're good.
Is that enough?
You're gonna be
You're fine.
good.
You like hot stuff? Okay, perfect.
Yeah. I do.
Oh, if you like hot stuff, you're gonna be.
yeah. No, we'll be fine.
What was the question? This is the thing with eating hot stuff.
The most
Yeah.
exciting and the most terrifying things of being a small business.
About
Or
about
moving
moving into
to-
full time.
Right.
I'm going to safely assume both of you are going to find your way through being able to do this full time in your lives.
Yeah.
So, what about that is scary for you as men, as providers, as older men? We're not in our 20s anymore.
Yeah.
So
And what about that is like super exciting?
So the terrifying thing is that I still have 2 kids that I need to forever support, right?
Yeah.
And do all that sort of thing like college funds and
All that stuff.
so that's
Dad stuff.
for sure the terrifying part of it, but it also is the exciting part of it because at the same time if we do it and it works out then
I'm just burning.
I put a lot in mine as well.
but that's also the exciting part, right? Because the more successful it is potentially, right? Then that will then free up more of my time to be with the kids and to not be. My big thing is I come home and I'm burnt the fuck out after a day of work. Less now,
Fuck, there it is.
yeah, man.
Yeah, this one's
But
a
it's
slow
that-
creeper.
It's that
It just like it comes out and hits you.
it's that come home from being at work all day. And when I was managing, man, you have 20 people you're in charge of, and they all have things, and it just by the end of the day is like, I'm done. And then,
Yeah.
but then I've got, 2 people that need my full
Okay,
attention, so I've got to dig real deep down to pull up energy. And
Okay.
so for me,
Sorry.
it's kind of the exciting and the terrifying are all the same.
For me, it's financial stability.
Well,
I mean, which goes
what's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
into that, and like, I guess a positive would be not having to be as responsible currently for other people's mental health opposed to my own,
Yep.
Yeah.
and that's really important for me, especially lately,
Yeah.
because I feel like I've been taking that on a lot.
Yeah.
So obviously,
you
like
take
as
you take
as-
your work home with you every day.
every day.
Oh,
like
really?
you
Okay.
take
Oh.
and when I was managing, like when we were both in charge of kitchens, you take that shit home with you every day, day off or not. It doesn't you're on unless you're sleeping,
Yeah.
right? Because someone's gonna ding with some
Yeah, yeah,
question
yeah.
or someone can't make it or there's a fire to put out or whatever it
Someone's
may be,
cat didn't smile at them on their way out, so they had to take a mental health day.
right?
That would
So-
be the new generation.
So-
of- or
oh, it
how I
happens-
would feel about
it
that. Sorry,
happens-
I shouldn't throw judgment, but like
It happens a lot more than you
when
think.
I was 22, I didn't. That wasn't the thing.
No,
that
it's-
one's not as hot as Cosmic Coyote.
Put more on another
Did
one.
I do something wrong?
No,
Did I screw
you
it
have some
up?
flakes there. You've got flakes.
I'm sweating.
I'm sweating.
Oh, yeah.
I'm about to. Yeah, I'm sweating.
Did I screw it up?
No, do another one
Because you
then, I
guys
don't know.
were like having a time there, and I don't
just,
understand.
I feel like it also depends how you hits your tongue.
Yeah.
So what I do is
what
I
should
put
I
it
do?
on a wing. I
want the
put the
most of
sauce
it. What do I do?
down. Give it a good shake. Yeah, get those flakes.
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm sweaty.
Yeah, and make sure that oil hits your tongue first.
Okay.
That's how I always eat things. Even when tasting, flip the spoon
Like
upside
that?
down.
There you go.
I can't see for the life
Yeah,
of
that
me.
should be good.
Tongue first.
Yep.
Okay, let's get this soaked up.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Yeah.
burning.
Sweating.
That's one of those things that I am looking forward to, and a positive of us moving forward
Yeah.
with Intergalactic Sauces.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if we get far enough away from where we are right now, that'll just happen again.
But the difference.
But
the
it'll
difference.
be for myself.
Yes, and that's the thing
Not
we talk
for-
about is like it's not that we're afraid of working hard and taking on a lot of responsibility and having to like, bring work home with you. It's that you want to bring your work home with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the
Not someone else.
For me, that's
Yeah.
the difference. Like, if it's people that we've hired to be our staff coming to us, so different than people who are co-workers of yours who are while you're working for someone else, right? So.
My lips are just burning.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one just doesn't.
No.
you're a
Hit
champ.
me like Cosmic did.
We like
No, I'm not saying I'm a champ.
Wow.
Cosmic Coyote was hot,
Hotter,
but
eh?
this one just I don't know. I don't.
Weird.
cook with it. Cook with
Cook
it.
with it.
Because
Make some dumplings.
Yeah.
I made
Oh, yeah.
I made the mistake actually. 'Cause I was making a stir fry. I'm just like, I'm gonna add a little bit. No, it wasn't a mistake for me, but the kids fucking hated it. They just could not eat it.
No, my
They're
daughter
like-
would love that shit.
I have ruined food with that.
Yeah,
Ruined it.
Yeah.
I was like,
And you don't need
I'm still
a
gonna
lot.
champ it.
No.
I still had to champ it. I was
Well,
like,
you
I got
it.
this.
You're not gonna throw it away.
I had the worst time afterwards though.
What's next? What do we got?
Okay, so this is the story that you
So,
guys wanted to tell.
friendship.
Oh yeah. Okay.
This is friendship.
You're gonna start it. I'll end it.
I'll start it. You can end it. So friendship started. Dan has gout. I'm certain I have gout as well. And there happened to be a day, and it was during COVID at some point in the winter time, and I get this message 4 a.m. He's like, "I'm dying. My foot's fucking huge. I can't get my shoe on. I can't sleep. Everything's fucked. Can you help me get to the walk-in in the morning?" So we find the walk-in City place.
Only one that's open.
Only one that was open. Wearing one boot.
Yep.
I help him hobble down the sidewalk and into the
It was romantic.
place.
Sounds romantic.
Yeah, I can see that.
What
And I
was
was-
playing on the radio?
You want
Probably
to know
fucking
what
Taylor-
love
it's probably
is.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, it was Donna Summers.
I was going like, I felt like I was in labor.
Yeah, you were fucked. and I was like, all right. I went to drop off some sauce at a buddy's place that was just kind of not too far away, and I was like, give me a shout when you're done, and I'll come pick you up. He phones 10 minutes later, and he says, yeah. So I go in. The doctor takes one look at my foot and goes, "You drink?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Yeah, it's gout." And he goes, "You know how I know that?" And Dan's like, "How?" And he goes, "I got it too. I also drink." So we were talking with our buddy, and
Where's my gout?
we were talking with our buddy, and we were like, we should do a sauce, and we'll call it Uri.
Letter to Yuri.
A letter to Uri for the uric acid that's in.
Yeah.
That builds
That's
up.
funny.
Yeah.
And so that's where we were at when we had done the test batch,
Yeah.
and then
So, about a week before we're about to launch it, I get a message from.
had we done we had done his podcast at this point, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, we had done a podcast with my friend Kip Coquet. You kind of threw me off there.
Sorry.
A week before we were gonna launch it, I get a phone call while I'm at work. A good friend of mine, Kip Coquet, had passed away unexpectedly. Kip Coquet was a huge fan of ours.
Mm-hmm.
We were on his podcast.
Sorry. Yeah.
I was on his podcast multiple times, and his podcast was called Kip Interviews His Friends.
Okay.
With that, automatically my brain goes, I need to give a nod to Kip, a beautiful human being, an amazing musician,
Fuck yeah. Look his stuff up.
And
It's
one
unbelievable.
hell of a Finnish lover. But with that, so we decided to change the name to A Letter to His Friends to give a nod to the podcast, to the things that he's done, all that stuff. The initial label we had to whip up so fast because we were planning on launching. So what we did is we kind of brainstormed
The last
a bit.
time, after that podcast, I drove Kip home, and it was only like, you know, from what's the fuck is your street that you live on?
Furby.
Thank you. I'm like, I know how to drive there. So I'm driving from Furby to Arlington with Kip.
So it's
and
not far.
not far. And we had done like a lineup like this,
Lovely.
but we had an extra.
5
I think
sauces.
we had an extra 5 sauces that we had been given or whatever. They were all American and they were hot as fucking shit. And then the last one was the last dab from Hot Ones.
Okay. Yeah.
And we were doing collie bites, like these huge monstrous mouthfuls. So I ended up throwing up on the last one.
Oh shit.
And it was just an ordeal, and it was amazing. And I drove Kip
That's
home,
fun.
and he had sold me some vinyl at one point, Rumors and some crazy jazz record.
Like Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
Okay.
And something else. Like, he was a huge vinyl guy, and I dropped him off, and it was like, you know, thanks, buddy, love you. He's like, thanks so much for the ride. And so the original label was like when the White Album wears out, and you can see the record through the through the sleeve. That was how that
Oh, okay.
looked.
Yeah, all cursive. And it kind of looked like it was like a Prince album. And it was kind of like really romantic in that sense because he also loved Prince.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Find me a
You'd be
person who doesn't
stupid
like
if you did.
Prince.
Yeah.
Like, you're a bad person.
Don't
Yeah.
like music if you don't like
Yeah.
Well, if you don't like Prince, you haven't listened to Prince.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's true.
yeah.
But moving forward, did all that. Big hit. Ended up selling through that run. And we're like, we need to redo this label because we need it to be obviously
Fit
like our other
well,
ones.
it's branding.
Yeah,
That's-
brand.
Well,
for
so
sure.
we had Harley drop Kip
Oh, that's really cool.
playing a guitar, and Harley's daughter drew up a bunch of
Creatures.
creatures.
Is that all like her little characters?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh,
that's
so
the
cool.
artist's daughter's creatures with Kip playing guitar. Man, honestly, like, find his shit on Spotify, you'll cry. It's amazing. He used to run the Tom Waits tribute night at the Times Change, like just an absolute gem.
Yeah, Kip is a beauty.
So so volume 2, we just did friendship, right? Because as you always say when talking about friendship,
Friendship's the most painful thing in the world. It is. It is joy. It is pain. It is sadness. It is.
No, you're.
It's one of the most crazy things on the feeling spectrum.
That's a really interesting sentiment to put it.
Yeah.
Like it really is.
Yeah, and that's why we love having it as our hottest sauce.
yeah.
And I don't know if I ever want to do a hotter one.
Well,
Like we might,
Well-
we're gonna eventually work on this one.
But
It
also,
might
when
be
you
hotter,
say
hotter,
that Volume
hotter,
3 isn't hotter.
Exactly.
Like,
and
like-
it might be hotter in a different way, right? Like different peppers burn differently. So.
Yeah, exactly.
what are we doing here?
Yeah. Go.
You can go ham. You're fine.
I'm going ham.
So
Do
yeah,
I do ham?
friendship.
I guess I'll go ham on this too. Oh boy, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, the night that we found out that he passed, 4 of us, because you worked with him
I worked with him at Billabong
and somewhere else, did you not?
and Lagrage.
Yeah, that's right.
oh, okay.
Yeah, so he was also a line cook
Yeah.
Yeah,
and a chef
And
and all that stuff.
I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know him from kitchens, but I knew him kind of just towards the end of. And yeah, the 4 of us just stood on the corner and
Yeah,
Just
me, Dave McCall, fellow chef of mine, chef friend of mine, Josh, and
another guy.
another guy, Curtis Moore.
And
we all just stood on the corner because it was COVID. And we just like outside my building.
Yeah.
We had a pile of empties.
drank
Yeah.
and told
At the
stories.
stop
Sat
sign.
outside and drank.
Yeah.
Told stories about Kip and just like did exactly what I think he probably
He
would have
would've
wanted,
wanted.
right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just chain smoke and drink and
Yeah.
talk
Cried.
shit and cried a lot and tell stories. There's a picture somewhere on my phone of the 2 of us from that night, and it is just like,
Yeah.
you
Just
know.
ugly crying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also
I
like,
think my head's in your arm.
You know,
Oh, for
someone's
sure.
important when you ugly cry.
yeah. So, anyways, to Kip.
Okay,
and-
to Kip.
Oh, it's going to be amazing.
I read one.
Dan Truff.
All right, let's go.
Sweating. Let's cheers this one.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers.
Thank you for being here.
Nostrovia. And then I take my second one.
Oh. Yep, there it is.
It's not hot.
Nope, no.
There's the noise. Hey, that's the noise of the heat. Kip's noise is.
Hooey!
Oh fuck.
That one's not hitting me now.
Oh, it's hitting me. It's hitting me.
I just gotta wait a couple minutes, I guess. Yeah, there it is.
What was the question that led into that one?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Something about the.
Oh,
I
my
was
poor
about
lips.
if there was anything
shit.
that anything
Yep.
bad happened that would make you create the sauce, I guess.
Yeah,
Fuck.
that was that one.
3 wings all out might have been too much.
Yeah, man. We had batched this at a place that I was working at the time, and some, the
Fuck.
the server comes
He's
back.
talking.
I know.
No, it's what makes the story fun. The server comes back and she does that whole like, hey, the guy, this order of wings, the guy had asked that the kitchen ruin his day with heat, and I was like, I got you, because we had like 16 liters of this in the fridge, so I tossed his 12 wings in it, and then they took it out.
Full toss?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a lot.
He wanted me to ruin his day.
No,
I don't
that's
know.
good. I like it.
So I sent out, the server took it out and put it on the table, and I went and watched. Just kind of around the corner and just, I could see him.
That's
he
hot,
ate-
buddy. Yeah.
He ate the first one,
Baby wipes.
and he was okay. And then he ate the second one, and he was not okay.
Gas part.
And he finished 2.5 of the 12 wings.
Yeah.
At one point, he slid the takeout container with them across the table away from himself. We sent out milk and ice cream, and
Oh, that's hot.
I went out to talk to him, and I said, how was it? You said you wanted your day ruined. Did I succeed? And he said, I've been bear maced twice, and this is so much worse.
Oh, that's a hot one.
I'm doing the second.
Fuck. Yep. Delicious, though, I will say.
Oh yeah.
Still has flavor. Like, it's not just a nightmare.
I will say that is the hottest sauce in the city. All my tears burn.
Oh, that's good.
I can't
I
wait
will
for
say it, and
tomorrow.
I challenge anyone to bring us a sauce that's hotter than that
A local sauce hotter than that. Also, it tastes good.
without
Thank
using
you
extracts.
for making a good tasting hot sauce. What's in that one?
Carolina Reapers.
Reapers.
Carolina?
Carolina.
Carolina wine mixer.
The Carolina Reaper mixer.
That's a hot sauce.
Onions, garlics, and lime.
Okay.
It's just a lot of Carolina Reapers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's hot. Fuck.
Yeah, it's like my lips are just on fire now. And around it.
Yeah, that's delicious.
And these wet wipes are not as wet as I thought they would
No.
be. Well,
Well, gentlemen, I
we did it.
sincerely
we did the Gauntlet.
appreciate you being here
Yeah, we were
course.
very so happy to be
and
here.
sharing sharing your journey with us through both food and conversation.
I think-
And I think those are the two of my favorite things in the world.
Yeah. I think mental health is such a huge thing.
I was really excited to come on this podcast.
Same, very much so, because
Yeah.
it's such a thing that needs to be not
Don't be afraid to talk to your
hid
friends.
from, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
you know,
fuck me.
we always talk about it in restaurants, like,
Oh my
if there's something wrong, the door's open, please come talk to me.
Yeah.
And I say it to my friends, and it's, and I'm bad for it, where I'll bottle shit and not talk about stuff, but because you feel like it's going to become a burden, but it
I do
honestly,
it too.
and we all
We
do.
all
So
I think we all do, yeah.
So having this to to just be able to, like, it's okay, like, we all have,
Yeah.
holy hell, my face is on
Fuck. that's
fire.
hot.
Even the camera is overheating now.
I
Yeah,
don't even know if I can speak words.
yeah, the camera is overheating.
It's done.
So I'm just gonna.
I would love to have you guys back on this show in 6 to 8 months. I mean,
Absolutely.
I love the idea of bonding and the idea of follow-ups and the idea of accountability to each other as men.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think it's important.
We can
and,
be
like,
each other's accountability buddies.
We said a lot of
Sure, yeah.
stuff today that we want to accomplish and that we're up to and we're doing, and I hope every one of us really does those things. And like, if we're an open forum here, and like, if there's things we can do to help each other, let's do that.
Yep,
Absolutely.
That's the
absolutely.
point. That's why we're here.
Absolutely.
As listeners, if you want to, holy fuck, this is really tough. If you want to,
Let them talk. Let them
No,
just,
no, no,
where
no,
can
no,
they
it's
order
fine.
the sauces?
why don't you guys
Okay.
tell them about your business? I don't want to do the thing that other guy does who does hot sauce stuff, but like, just
That camera.
There's
That
a
camera.
camera. There's a camera. I'm a camera.
fuck.
Fuck.
I may as well be a camera.
Yeah, give yourselves plugs. Where can people buy them?
talk a little bit about it. I think people have gotten to know you guys a little bit over the last hour and a bit, and like let them know like how to support you guys. I think that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't.
So
I'm dying.
you can find us on Instagram at Intergalactic Sauces. You can find us on the interwebs,
Got the hiccups.
the interwebs at the same intergalacticsauces.com. We're on Facebook, Intergalactic Sauces. Can we talk about that? Yeah, we can talk.
Yeah, yeah.
We can
So-
edit stuff, by the way.
Yeah.
If you,
Okay, cool.
No, we
yeah.
can talk about this.
So
we can talk about all this stuff.
we're going to be. So for now, we're only available through the website. But we will be at both Mad Caddy shows at the Park Theater coming up with
Possibly the Mad
Possibly.
Caddies. Waiting
We're-
on confirmation on that one.
Right, so edit accordingly, but that one we should be at. But we are for sure going to be at all 3 days of Metal Fest. We're a sponsor for that, so we'll have our booth set up for 3 days. So if you're going to be at that, that's a chance to catch us in.
Run the gauntlet with us. We love doing the gauntlet.
and that's the
with
thing,
people.
like
Holy
come
fuck.
to the
It's
come to
fun.
the table, and we'll run through everything, and we'll talk about it. We'll have a great time and high five and be friends. You know,
Yeah, grab
So-
some merch while you're at it. And
Fantastic.
give us a follow on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, and check out the website
calm it
and
down now.
yeah, it's starting to settle.
let's be friends.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much, you guys. I really appreciate you coming in today.
And-
Honestly, I was in a shit mood when I came in to Tommy's today. We did a show before, a different show that I do before this one, and I was just like, fuck, I gotta record. I'm so refreshed and grateful to have spent this time with you guys. Like, I really mean every word of that.
Likewise, we were.
Likewise.
You know,
Dan, I haven't seen you in 15 years.
Man,
but,
I
like,
was
you've
having.
never
I've been
met
having a
us.
shit week, and this like brought
I
it.
just-
Like
oh,
I started at
It
a
was
3.
awesome.
I started at 3.
Yeah.
I'm a 3.0. I'm at least a 5.
3.1.
I'm at least a 5 because like this just felt so
No,
good.
I do really genuinely appreciate every minute people spend with us doing this, because
Yeah.
we feel so passionate about what we do here, and like, this is a bit of a different format for this show, and like, I'm so excited we got to do it this way, and like,
Absolutely.
I really am so grateful for you guys and for your business and your sauces and Tommy and everybody. Like,
Yeah.
it's just that I'm really happy we did this. Thank
Well,
Have
you.
a nice cuddle puddle afterwards.
Oh,
we,
man.
we really appreciate you
Yeah,
guys.
until someone has to fart and then I'm out.
Just another. This was so you guys are releasing this. It's coming up.
January 25th will be available through Iron Age, Iron Age Strength on Instagram.
Okay.
Tyler Sergeson, I can't remember what his Instagram handle is.
There's some radio station. There's some radio station ones we're doing. They can edit it if it's not a thing we can
Yeah,
talk about.
I guess so.
So January 25th.
January 25th
Yeah.
at the West End Cultural Center.
Okay.
Perfect.
That'll be available. We won't be there,
No.
but Tyler will be there with the sauces. Catch
Well,
him.
This show will be released before that, so we'll
Yeah.
make sure we'll
Perfect.
tag him and we'll get all the
Hell yeah.
information. But
And then we also have some other big things coming up. But, as the bands say, stay tuned.
yeah, that's right.
Because we have some big things coming up.
Leave,
Yeah.
leave a little mystery.
Yeah,
No,
follow us on the Instagrams and
You want to see more collabs?
Yeah.
Get the
Fucking,
information from there.
that's,
yeah.
I'm so
Yeah.
fucking proud of you guys.
yeah.
I love what
okay.
you're doing, and I
No,
think
this
it's
is
super
this
it
is
up.
honestly such a great platform that
so
you
much
what you
pain.
guys are doing here, because this is
made that shit.
this is something that people got to talk about. So this is
I am so
Great.
sadistic. I love watching people
Yeah.
eat it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm like,
Oh, I know,
especially when
right?
we're doing
Yeah, yeah,
tastings,
yeah,
when I'm
yeah.
watching
Oh,
their
yeah.
reactions, they're like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I'm sweating. Like
what's that say
crazy.
about me?
Okay, well, I think we've said it enough. You guys know how to reach us. Quiet Riot Show at gmail.com, at Quiet Riot Show.
on Instagram.
Did I get it right?
Yeah, you did.
I have to. I don't do this part, but I do it when I'm sick of his shit.
He does the
Yeah.
what is it called?
So reach out, do whatever. If you need to get a hold of these two that are across the table from us, you can reach out to us as well, and we'll make sure that connection happens. So thank you very much again, guys.
Thank you guys.
Everyone have a good night.
Yep. Cheers.
All Quiet Riot Show episodes have been recorded and produced by SuverMedia. If you think you have an idea for a podcast but don't have the space or proper equipment, please visit SuverMedia.com for more information. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please hit the follow button and leave us a review if the platform you are listening on allows you to do so. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Quiet Riot Show, and follow us on the Instagram page @QuietRiotShow. Please share this episode with others that may be interested in these topics. If you know anyone that would enjoy these topics, feel free to share our podcast with them. Also, let us know what topics you'd like to see covered in future episodes. Get in touch with us in the comments on our channel and social media, or send us an email to quietriotshow@gmail.com.